Thing we do. With over 5 years of experience, we provide fast, reliable service at affordable rates. Call 423-883-1890 or visit us online at bluettseptic.com today.
Local 3 School Patrol, covering the classrooms in your community.
Summertime so often is a good time for families to think about relocating, buying a new house. If you are in the market to buy a house, Charlotte Mabry says this is your season because this is a buyer's market again.
Finally, we haven't said that in so many years. So finally it is a buyer's market. And prices really haven't fallen dramatically, but our inventory is up 39, 42%, something like that.
That's significant.
Significant. So there's a lot more inventory on the market, a lot to choose from. And like I say, prices haven't changed that much, but sellers are willing to give concessions. So they're paying for closing costs and compensation, all sorts of things. So it's a great time.
Is it just the natural course of things because as the inventory is stronger on the market, they have to make these concessions?
Absolutely. Competition, supply and demand, correct? Buyers, I'm hearing buyers be hesitant right now, and really it's for a couple of reasons. One is interest rates, and yes, they are not 3% anymore. I don't think we'll see that again in my career time.
That was an anomaly for sure.
It was, it really was. However, a good way to think about it, let's say that you're buying a $500,000 house today and you're putting 10% down. And with today's typical interest rate, your principal and interest payment is about $3,000 a month. Now, if you were to buy that house, same house, but the interest rate be 2% less, so 2 points less, it's about a $500 a month savings. So yes, higher interest rates do cost more, and $500 more a month is nothing to sneeze at, right? But let's think about it over time. Let's say you waited 2 years for that interest rate to drop down those 2 points. During that time, let's say those 24 months, you paid that extra $500 a month. That's $12,000.
Right.
So you would have paid $12,000 more. But that house has appreciated typically
4%.
Right at 4%. Over all these nearly 40 years of doing this, I've seen it be really high and lower, but 4% is just, you can count on that. So in a 2-year period, that $500,000 house goes to about $540,000. And so yes, you gained $40,000 of equity because you paid that $12,000 extra. So you're still ahead of the game.
Right. And if you didn't choose to do it,
you're waiting
then when you go to purchase 2 years later, you're going to pay the $540,000.
You're going to pay the $540,000. So you've lost that opportunity. And I checked this morning, according to Google, the typical homeowner's net worth right now is around $400,000. Whereas the typical renter's net worth is around $10,000. And the real gap there is equity in the house. That's really where most people's net worth is tied into, is their home value.
There's an emotional nostalgia of buying a house, and I think all of us in a room who've owned many houses would talk about the nervousness of our first home purchase.
That's really the other thing I hear right now is people are saying, well gosh, the news, and yes, there is no news like bad news. But I think back to 5 years ago during the COVID lockdown, we had properties under contract where people said, I'm going to walk away from my earnest money, I'm not going to buy. Well, they missed 20 and 30% appreciation a year because they did not buy. Now, there's no guarantee that would ever happen again. But I sold homes in 9/11, and we had people then, for fear, walked away from things. And I did check again this morning. The median home price in 2001 was less than $150,000. Today it is right at $350,000 for the median home price. So again, had you just let that fear overcome, and I realize I buy houses all the time, so I'm not as afraid of that. But your inner gambler, I guess you have to come to terms with that.
Right.
But for people who are willing to buy things when things are a little nervous, you can get a better deal.
I only have a couple of minutes left, so we got to get to something that's kind of exciting in your world. But real quickly, for the first-time home buyers out there, or the young couples who think $500,000, to hear you go down to $350,000 is great. That's still a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money, but there are opportunities. We're beginning to see houses move more into that more affordable range.
Good.
So the bottom didn't fall out on prices, but we're beginning to see some of those lesser expensive homes turn loose.
Okay, so now to your exciting news.
Yes,
I don't
I'm
really
super-
even know what it is.
Well, we are actually changing the name of the Charlotte Mabry Team. In July begins my 40th year of doing this, and we decided that we wanted to change the name of our organization a little bit to reflect the future of what we're looking to do. And so we're changing our name of our team to Legacy 234.
Okay.
And everybody's like, what? It's based on the scripture Philippians 2, 3, and 4 that talks about serving with kindness and humility and just being a servant leader as well.
Oh, I like that.
And so we wanted to have a name that our agents on our team felt like they could really tie their name to, and it wouldn't just always have me in the middle of it.
I like it.
And so we are excited about that. June 27th, Friday coming up. We are from 4 to 7 that evening. We've got a great open house thing going on at our office. Stop by, we've got Loriano's food truck there, some giveaways, a Yeti cooler. We're giving away different fun things. It's fun for the summer, but stop by and celebrate with us.
It fits who you are, Charlotte.
Well, it'll be
so
fun.
this is my last time to say you'll find her at the Charlotte Mabry Team, because now it's going to be Legacy 234.
234.
Love it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
40 years. Can you believe it?
I know.
So for now, you'll still Google CharlotteMabryTeam.com. There's her phone number. That's not changing, 593-5588. And whether you are looking to buy or to sell, those 40 years of experience in our market means everything. Thanks.
Stop by the St. Jude Dream Home this weekend. The house is open for free tours Saturday from 9 to 5 and Sunday from noon to 5. While you're there, you can register for free to win a hot tub valued at $25,000. We'll be giving